Funny.
Đấy. Ok. Được chưa?
Đây. Chị cứ gõ thử.
Em
check.
kéo sang bên kia một nữa đi.
Đây. Kéo nữa.
Kéo nữa sang bên kia.
Để em.
Ý là rồi ok được rồi, được rồi.
Được rồi.
Được rồi. Này cô đi hết nhá. Cô đi hết luôn. Hỏi cho con đi hết luôn. Không đến mức hết ở part 1 đi hết luôn. Để xem bị rộng thế nào luôn.
Đâu nhé.
Okay.
Xem đi thôi.
Ok. Ready?
Yes.
Good job. Alright, so good afternoon. Can you tell me your full name, please?
My full name is Huy Trường.
Thank you. So, what would you like to call you?
You can call me Trường for short.
Okay, I see. So now in the first part, I would like to ask you some questions about yourself. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So now let's talk about watch. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So do you wear a watch?
No, not really. As you can see, I'm not wearing a watch. Because I think a watch, people mainly use a watch to keep track on time, and I think I can do this with my phone. So I think a watch is not necessary for me.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever worn a watch as a gift?
Yes, when I was a child, my parents gave me a watch as a present on my birthday party. Even though I don't wear it, I still really appreciate that because it reminds me of a fond memory in the past.
Okay. So in your opinion, why do some people wear expensive watches?
I think it depends because some people wear luxury watches because they reflect wealth and success. However, others often wear luxury watch because they're just fascinated by the design. And in fact, now many watches can even increase their price over time, and is kind of beloved by many collectors.
That's good. Alright, let's talk about cars. Do you think cars' colors are important?
Yes, I think the color of the car is the key factor for people who are planning to buy a car. Because, like silver or white car often look more luxury, and some cars like red or yellow are often be like they're more beautiful for me. So I think it's kind of important.
Do you enjoy traveling by car when you were a kid?
Yes, when I was a child, I remember there was a time I traveled to my uncle's house by bus, and it was a fond memory for me. I can look out through the window and enjoy the beautiful scenery outside, and that's what made me like traveling by car.
Yeah, alright. Do you prefer to be a driver or passenger?
At the moment, I prefer to be a passenger because I think I can maintain my focus on the road for a long time. But in the future, I rather to be a confident driver because I want to be more independent, and I want to be own a car too.
Alright. Let's move to another topic. Let's talk about websites. So what kinds of websites do you often visit?
Personally, I would like to visit some educational websites because I'm a final year student, so I need to get access to more educational materials. Uh, and plus, I also would like to visit some recreational websites like YouTube or Facebook to get updated to the news and also chat with my friends.
That's good. Alright. Are there any changes to the websites you often visit?
Absolutely yes. Many of them have been improved pretty much. Their layouts are more beautiful and they load faster and more friendly. And they are also equipped with AI assistant and which make searching for information more efficiently.
Alright. Let's talk about mirrors. You like looking at yourself in the mirror?
Mm, to be honest, I don't really like looking at myself in the mirror, but I think it's necessary. Like mainly before leaving in my house, I often look at the mirror to check my hair and dress to see if I look formal enough. And the thing is necessary for me.
Yeah. Have you ever bought mirrors?
No, since my parents have bought a lot of mirror, so I don't need to buy one for myself. But I think in the future I will need to buy one because I'm gonna move to a new apartment far from my parents.
Okay. So about public environments, okay, public gardens and parks. Do you still like going to the park now?
Mm, uh, yes, I could say because I just really enjoy the as atmospheres of the park. As you know, uh, I can play many outdoor activities with my friend, or even when I don't play, I can just sit and take in fresh air.
Yeah, okay. Would you like to have more parks in your place?
Mm, I think yes, because more park means people in my hometown will have more space to enjoy. Because, for example, workers after a long day can go to the park and chat with their friends or enjoy outdoor activities or just take in fresh air. I think.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much. Now let's move to the second part. So you may have 1 minute to prepare for this, okay? Yeah. So please describe a time you had a problem using an electronic device. Here you go.
Yes.
Okay, so now let's get started.
Well, today I want to talk about a time when I had a problem using an electronic device. It the It's the time when my laptop suddenly shut down when I was working on my assignments. Mm, at that time, I opened my laptop like other days and visit my website, but suddenly my laptop stopped working, and at that time I didn't know what to do. After like 30 minutes fixing it myself, I start to panic because I rely on my laptop pretty much, and I also afraid of losing all my important data. So, well, I decided to take it to the nearby store. Uh, the ma- the technician checked it out, and well, the problem turned out to come from the low quality battery. After replacing it, I could turn on my laptop again. I checked my data and my file, and luckily they were all still there. Well, the price of fixing the laptop is quite cheap. When going home, I just relieved and I realized how much I have relied on my electronic device. So I decided to cut down the amount of time I spent on my laptop, and I also learned that I have to be careful with my device because the problem can happen anytime. So yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Alright, so some more questions for you. Alright, so why are people keen on buying new electronic devices?
Well, from what I've seen, people often buy new electronic devices because they they often follow the trend because they want to be outdated. They want to be outdated, I think. And also, the latest electronic devices often offer more technology, and it helps people to deal with their problem pretty well.
What impact do electronic devices have on people?
Well, uh, well, you know, nowadays with the development of electronic devices, people now can even shop for their groceries by by click on their phone, and they don't need to go out. In terms of educational, many websites has been developed to help people to learn better, like so they can search for information on the internet really easily.
Okay, thank you so much. So to be honest, I need to have some comments for you. The first problem is that the way you pronounce ed at the end. You see, it reflects the past tense, right? But you often forget it. So it's lower your score even in part one and part two. Okay, and for part three, you do not have, a good framework. You do not have a frame to talk. So, like I said before, part three is like the way you deal with brain test two. Okay. For example, why are people keen on buying new electronic devices? To be honest, I guess that there are several reasons why people enjoy buying new ones. Okay. The biggest reason is that because they need to keep updated with the trends, especially among young people. Like the way when iPhone launched a new version, immediately thousands of people in my area they tend to upgrade a new version. It's like this. The clock trends is very important. Okay, and another reason is that I think maybe because of the some kind of new functions, for example. Okay, so when you mentioned like that, of course you can get 6.5 or 7. Okay, but
Yes.
put in a better framework, like the way you are writing. So for the second question, when I ask you what impact do electronic devices have on people? Okay, of course, there are a variety of impacts, a lot of impacts that electronic devices have on people nowadays.
Yes.
In terms of recreational aspects, okay? So some kind of recreational websites like I mentioned in the above part, okay, blah blah blah. And in terms of work and study, in terms of this and that, and of course you can mention some kind of things like laptop becomes nowadays becomes increasingly unreplaceable part of students' life because students need to use it to check A, check B, check C, do A, do B, do C, and of course do a lot like that. Okay. I know that you have this kind of ideas, but for part 3 you still apply something you study in part 1. It's not good. Focus on part 3.
Yes.
Okay, we have a lot of topics for you, so try to pay attention to it. Like template of testing, problem, solution, reasons. Understand?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you so much. Now go back. Oh, thank you. So let's tell Việt Anh to move here, okay?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Okay. Sit down, please, sir.
Em về được không?
No. Okay. Now,
Chấp
okay.
nhận.
Alright. Now let us start. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. So let's get started with our mock test today. So in the first part, I'd like to ask you some questions, okay, about yourself, or most of them about yourself. So let's talk about watch. Do you wear a watch?
Not really. I think it is not really necessary for me because I often use my phone to watch the times and there's to call for someone. And I think instead of wearing a watch, I think it is so inconvenient. And instead of that, I use my smartphone.
Yeah. Have you ever got a watch as a gift?
Never. I think it is not really practical for some ways because I think it's not everyone's like wearing watch and because almost all my friends use my phone instead of wearing this item.
Where do some people wear expensive watches?
Yeah, yes, kind of. It depends on the financial resources they have. For the wealth, they often use some exorbitant watch to express their high positions in society and their rich position
The
and
wealth.
the wealth.
Mm-hmm.
And but with the poor, they don't use the watch regularly because I think it is not really affordable for them to get it.
Yeah, okay. So, do you think it is important to wear a watch?
Not really. Sometimes considered as a jewelry instead of an important item. Because technologies is more and more increasingly is developing in our society. So instead of using it, they tend to use smartphone and laptop and other electronic devices.
Yeah, okay, to keep the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so let's talk about cars. Do you think cars or car colors are important?
Yeah, I think it's a bit important for some people. With me, I think with me the color car is so essential because that is express my luck and but sometimes the colors affects the appearance of the car. In some bad conditions of weather, the, the the color of car can express the car so dirty, and I think it's not really good.
Okay, I understand. Alright, so what types of cars do you like?
I'm really into sport car because it seems so cool, and the seat in its speed is so high, and because I see it on the internet by some celebrities who do this, and I really want to own a car like them.
Okay, I see. Luxurious and sporty to reflect your preferences. Wow,
Yeah.
very iconic, right?
Yes.
Like this. Okay. So, do you prefer to be a driver or a passenger?
I think I suitable for a driver because I am so vulnerable to the classic, and instead of enjoying the scenery behind the window of the car, and I can't enjoy it because I am so I have some headache whenever I am in the car, and I think driving a car helps me to concentrate and avoiding this phenomenon.
Okay, that's good. Now, so let's talk about websites. So, what kinds of websites do you often visit?
Yes, and the students, the academic website like Cambridge Dictionary or some videos on the internet. Yes, I really want to improve my score of IELTS speaking, IELTS writing, and other skills. So I really want to access huge numbers of websites about IELTS.
Okay, so are there any changes to the websites you often visit?
Can you repeat?
Are there any changes? Any changes to the
Yeah.
websites you often visit?
Yes, in the past I often got access to some social media platforms to entertain and recharge my batteries after heavy schedules. And now that I am still preparing for an important exam, namely IELTS, and I often focus on some webs like Ellens.com or UPass to practice for my IELTS exam.
Yes, alright. So now let's talk about public gardens. Okay, more parks. So would you like to see more parks in your city?
Park, park.
Park.
I think yes, definitely because in my living space in my country, parks are not really popular for many people, and to meet the entertaining demands of residents in everywhere in our country, I think parks need to be added more.
Okay, thank you so much. So that's the end of part one. Alright, so now let's move to the second part. You have 1 minute to prepare for that. Okay. Describe a time when you worked in a group. 2 minutes for this. 1 minute. let's start talk. You have 2 minutes for this.
Yes, I would like to talk about recent stations in my class about environmental rotation. And I collaborated with 5 classmates, and then we together to finish our proper presentation for our performance in school. And to prepare for it, we divided everyone into some tasks. With me, I had to introduce the topic during the presentation, and my friends prepare for PowerPoint slides and the writing paper and other tasks. And after prepare for that, we came to the class to rehearse. And the people and initial everything seemed okay, but people had some argument about the content, and people together to discuss back about the topic, and people have had the most proper presentations of it. Mm, uh, through this story, I think I have to improve my teamwork skills to improve my skill in the future career path. Yeah, I think that's all about my speaking.
Yes, let's try to pay attention to the way you buy 10. Buy the
Right.
10 here, okay? Don't focus on talking immediately about that, okay? Even when you start up, well, to be honest, started by that, okay?
Yeah.
Just a little bit slower. Yeah, to be honest, I have several times here, working in a group because I'm a student. Yeah, and right now that's come to my mind is blah blah blah. Once I worked on assignment, yeah, during class about the topic. Okay, just a little bit slowly and try to buy time for the beginning. Okay, so don't directly go to this like the way you deliver the ideas. Let I take something you want read it here. Classmates, but when you talk, you use the word people instead of classmates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Divided. What? Prepare particular slides. No, because you do not take advantages of 1 minute, right? So like this. Think a little bit, okay? Assignment. Presentate. What class? English class.
English.
Or what class? What kind of assignments have you had? Have you ever presented during class?
Environmental protection.
Environmental. The topic was environmental protect. So which lesson? In which lesson?
In the English.
English lesson. Okay. How long have you had to prepare this?
About 1 week.
We had 1 week preparing for this. Okay. Firstly, week. Secondly, week. Okay. So the teacher divided us into groups. Okay. And I was formed with 3 of my classmates. Who are they? They are A, B, C. Okay. Are they talented? Are they good at or excel at English or not? Oh, I was worried. Okay, for the first moment, initially I was worried a lot because my team members, okay, they are not excellent at English. It means that I need to be a team leader. Okay, so I started organize ideas in my mind. Okay, I chose the topic. Okay, we talk about what you need to be more specific. Okay, Okay, I started to think about environmental protection, what kind of methods, how can I collect the information on the internet, who will be in charge of was in charge of slides, who was in charge of presentation, okay, I divided them, okay, and to be honest, most of them came to me. I prepared everything, and my friends just followed me and tried to practice speaking in front of public. Okay, then we had a date, okay, and start to practice presenting this topic together. I corrected the mistakes for my friends, okay. Day by day. How many times? 4 times or even 5 times, or even 1 hour a day or 2 hours a day. Okay, for example, like that. Okay, and what problems you face? You see, your team member, they are low qualified. They are not excellent in English. You understand? Oh, like this. And then what happened? Explain why you worked in the group. Okay, so talk about working in group. You need to mention some kind of benefits of working in groups. Okay, so in this case, I learned leadership skill. Right, because I'm the team lead. It's a leadership skill. It helps me quite a lot. How can I manage to work in a group of people who has different level? Okay, different background, different level, different the ability to be good at time management or not. A lot of things I need to manage. So I think working in groups brings me a good chance to train myself, which is very beneficial for me for my future study, even when I get higher education at my dream university, or even after that when I get a job. And of course, to be honest, in the future I really want to be a leader. It's like a manager or director of a company. That's the reason why working group is very beneficial for me. Try to buy time. Understand? Yeah, so think about this, okay? Always think about what happened in part 3 rather than part 2, and try to buy time at the end. Just imagine in the future, if I become a manager, I need to work in a group. Okay? To become a team leader, I need to learn how to manage a group of people. So this practical activity in class, and I really appreciate the chance or the times when I can have that. Okay?
Yes.
It's like this. Or try to speak a little bit like the way I talk to you, maybe 6 or 6.5, easier. Understand? Don't think too complicated. Okay? It's like this. Today we don't need to move to part 3. Cô nắm được cái vấn đề rồi thì cô sẽ xử lý cho. Thì cái vấn đề với cái part 2 này mà mình không cần phải quá mệt mỏi. Hãy miêu tả một cái lần mà bạn làm việc trong một cái nhóm, con hãy nói nhiều hơn về cái benefits của nó ở cái cuối. Xong con
hai ăn bụng
con bị rối và con bị mất tinh thần đấy. Ý là con kiểu bị
nói
sợ.
xong không nghĩ gì nữa bỏ.
Đừng tập trung vào những cái này. Hãy nghĩ một cái cách đơn giản thôi. Cô sẽ dạy lại flow by time sau, được chưa? Ok nào, thank you so much. Now let's go back. Part 3 có thể dạy thì mình nói được. Đó. chiều mai 2 giờ 30 đến 4 giờ 30 cô sẽ dạy lại đấy. Ok.